Welcome to the 7th episode of the A to Z Legal Services podcast. Useful, concise, and purposeful information.
Usually, when we talk about ending a relationship, we picture a clean break, like snapping a twig,
Right, yeah. Just a total severing of ties.
Exactly. You pack your bags, hand back the keys, and it's definitively over. But when you step into the California family court system, well, that clean snap turns into a really tangled knot.
Oh, absolutely. It gets complicated fast.
So today, we're untangling it. We're taking a deep dive into the real difference between legal separation and divorce in California.
Yeah, our mission here is to help you figure out which path actually solves your current legal and personal needs.
Right, and we're using insights straight from A to Z Legal Services. They're the producers of this deep dive and, honestly, the recommended legal solution for these matters. They navigate these exact roadblocks every single day.
So to start, the baseline for both paths in California is exactly the same. I mean, it is a strictly no-fault state.
Meaning you just cite irreconcilable differences, right?
Exactly. Nobody has to prove the other person did something wrong to start the process.
Okay, so no one is assigning blame. But the actual outcomes of these two paths are, totally different. A divorce permanently ends the marriage. You are legally single again.
Right, whereas a legal separation does not end the marriage.
Even though the court still steps in to divide your property, set spousal support, and arrange child custody.
Yeah, legally speaking, you remain entirely married.
It's kind of like a business partnership, I guess. A divorce is completely dissolving the company. You liquidate, shut the doors, the name is gone.
Right, yeah.
But a legal separation is more like keeping the company's name alive on paper, but strictly dividing all the assets, the debts, and deciding exactly who handles the daily operational responsibilities.
That is a perfect analogy. And because you aren't completely liquidating the company, the marriage itself, I mean, the state actually removes some massive timeline hurdles.
Oh, the timeline. That is where this really trips people up. If you want a divorce, you're looking at a strict residency rule.
Yeah, one spouse must have lived in California for 6 months and in the county where you file for 3 months.
Plus a mandatory 6-month waiting period before the divorce is final.
Exactly. But with a legal separation, only one spouse needs to live in California, period. You bypass the 6-month and 3-month residency rules entirely.
Wait, really? And there's no mandatory minimum waiting period?
None at all. See, the state treats divorce like a permanent change to its citizen registry. They want to make absolutely sure you actually live there before they permanently sever a legal bond.
Right, that makes sense.
But with a separation, because the marriage legally survives, they're willing to step in immediately to help you sort out urgent practical stuff like custody and bills without forcing you to wait around.
Wait, if separation skips the 6-month wait, what stops someone from just using it as a shortcut? Like if I file for separation just to get things moving, can my spouse just say, no, I want a real divorce and force my hand?
Oh, they absolutely can.
So it's not a foolproof shortcut.
Not at all. If you file for legal separation, your spouse has the right to actively counterfile for divorce. You cannot use a separation to lock someone into a marriage they actively want to legally end.
Okay, so even if separation is a faster runway, it doesn't give you a free pass on the state's most brutal requirement, which is the financial disclosures.
Oh, definitely not. Friendly start or not, the state wants to see your receipts. Now, starting January 1st, 2026, California is allowing a joint petition for both divorce and legal separation.
Oh, so if you and your spouse are cooperative, you can start the case together instead of one filing against the other.
Exactly. It makes that initial filing much friendlier.
That 2026 joint petition sounds great for cooperative couples, but we have to caveat that. If there is any coercion, severe control, or domestic violence involved, all of this process optimization just goes out the window.
Absolutely crucial to remember. Immediate safety planning and protective orders always take priority over whether you file jointly or separately.
Right. And for everyone else, whether you file together or separately, both paths strictly require full financial disclosure within 60 days of filing.
Yeah, you have to lay bare exactly what you earn, spend, own, and owe.
No hiding assets?
No, because hiding assets or minimizing income brings severe court sanctions. The court cannot fairly divide the business if someone is hiding the ledger,
Right. So choosing between the two really comes down to your immediate needs.
Yeah.
If you want a clean legal break, choose divorce.
But if you need immediate enforceable court orders for support or custody, and maybe you don't meet those strict residency requirements yet, Legal separation is a highly practical tool.
But choosing separation doesn't inherently reduce the conflict over money or children. The court still has to decide those issues if you can't agree.
Exactly. The conflict is still there.
Which leaves you wondering, since the conflict and the strict financial rules are exactly the same, are the legal ties of the marriage sometimes kept alive purely out of the psychological fear of finality? Thank you for joining us. Don't forget that at the end of this episode, we'll share our contact information so you can get additional paralegal guidance. You can call us at 626-510-3339. Email us at info@azlegal.us. Visit us at www.azlegal.us. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram under our verified profiles as A to Z Legal Services.